welcome back to my channel, Kate's Crates. I'm Katie, and today I'm going to be showing off my entire vinyl record collection. Now, my collection is not huge. Like I said, I haven't really been collecting for very long, but I'm happy with what I found. I've basically been focusing on picking up stuff that I really love, that I want to listen to a lot. So a lot of this stuff, as you'll see when I get into it, is a lot of the same, by the same artists, but it's what I like, and I just, thought it was probably best to start my collection off with things that I really enjoyed. But yeah, this is my collection. It's not very big. I counted, I think I have about 34, 35 12-inch records, and then I have some other stuff which I'll show at the end, like box sets and singles, stuff like that. So anyways, without further ado, let's get into it. Now, this might be a long video, but some of the records have kind of cool stories to go with them that I thought I'd share, but I'll try to keep it semi-short and brief on each record. But anyways, we'll just jump right in. I have these basically in alphabetical order for the most part. So yeah, anyways, let's just get started. First up, we have Adele's 25, which, if you guys saw my first video, the vinyl tag, I mentioned that I got into vinyl collecting really seriously this past year in 2020, but before then, in high school, I had one of those little Victrola suitcase style record players, which was fine in high school. I mean, obviously the sound quality is not great, but I had fun with it. And this is one of the albums that my sister gave me for my birthday, the Christmas after I got it. So, Adele's 25. Up next, we have some Brandi Carlile albums. Absolutely love Brandi Carlile. And we have right here is Firewatcher's Daughter. And this one is pressed on white vinyl. It was re-released, repressed in 2020. So I picked it up, and as you can see, it is on white vinyl, which is kind of cool. It sounds pretty good too, which is nice, and it didn't break the bank, because most of Brandi's records now, especially her older ones, are quite pricey and really need a repress. So I was happy that one got repressed, and I was able to pick it up. Then we have Brandi Carlile's By the Way, I Forgive You, which is her most recent album, and really good. Nothing really else special about that, but yeah, I got it from her online store. Then we have her record store day release from 2020, Brandi Carlile's A Rooster Says, where she does covers of Black Hole Sun and Searching with My Good Eyes Closed. It's pressed on Black Hole Sun vinyl, and it has a really cool etching of this cover. I tried to show it, but it probably wouldn't really show up that great on camera, but if I ever talk about this record again, I'll try to get a good picture of it. But anyways, A Rooster Says by Brandi Carlile. Alright, trucking right along. Up next, we have this really random, just Elvis record. I got this one, again, when I had that, kind of cheap, crappy turntable. Got it at Goodwill. I think it was 99 cents. It's in good shape, and it has some, greatest hits on it, so for $1, can't beat Elvis, so added that one to my collection. Just realized, out of order, the Eagles probably should have gone next in alphabetical order, but it's still, it's an E, so. We have Hotel California by the Eagles, which I picked up. It's my most recent pickup. Got it on New Year's Day. Yeah, classic album. Hotel California by the Eagles. Then we have Lady Gaga's Joanne, which my sister got me for Christmas this year. Such a great record. Lady Gaga's Joanne, definitely my favorite Lady Gaga album, I'd say. Then we have the Highwomen's, self-titled The Highwomen. I picked this one up this past summer in Cincinnati when I was visiting my roommate. So yeah, I picked this one up. Great album. Found it this past year. So yeah, Highwomen. Then we have a Randy Houser's Magnolia, which I got after finals last year. I picked it up because it was on sale at one of my local record stores. I think it was $14 or $15. And it has a song. I'd heard the song Whiskey Does on here, which is a duet. I don't know who it's with. I don't remember. That sounds terrible, but I really, really love that song. So I figured I'd pick up the album and give the whole thing a listen, and it was a pretty good album. And for $14, I thought it was a good price for a new record, so Randy Houser's Magnolia. This next part of my collection is definitely probably my favorite part of the collection, and definitely the biggest part of my collection, and that is the Indigo Girls. Probably my favorite artists right now, just love their music, just amazing all the way around. So anyways, here is my Indigo Girls collection. Starting off with their first full-length release, Strange Fire, and this one is the independent press, so it has a different label on it. And this one, basically, they released it before they got signed with Epic. This was released on vinyl again after they were signed. But this one has a couple different songs. It has the song High Horse on it, which Emily actually doesn't really like. She says she hates that song. So this is like the only way to listen to it. You can't really find it anywhere. And then it also has a alternate version of Blood and Fire, an Amy song, which is on their self-titled album, which we'll show next. So here we go, Indigo Girls' self-titled album. This is just an original pressing of their album. So there's that one. I also have another version of this album. It is the music on vinyl, like 30th anniversary edition. It is on this cool kind of orange flame vinyl, and it is limited to 1,000 copies. So really like this one, and I think this one sounds a little bit better than my original press too in terms of sound quality. So that's why I picked this one up. Then we have one of my coolest things, I'd say, in my Indigo Girls collection. It's just called Indigo Girls Live. I think it's some sort of promo. It's on a white label, Epic promo, or label. And I don't know, I found this one. I was out visiting my mom in Las Vegas, and I just went to a record shop and was just digging. And when I saw this, my eyes like went wide because this is like really hard to find. And it was in great condition. It was on sale. It was like $25, which I think it goes for like $50 or something on Discogs. I think there's only one up right now too. Like, it's really hard to find. But it has a cool set list. I'll read them off in case anyone's interested. It has Hammer and a Nail, Melissa, which is a cover, Watershed, Pushing the Needle Too Far, You and Me of the 10,000 Wars, and then it has the song Daddy's All Gone, which is a James Taylor cover. So yeah, I really enjoyed listening to this, and I don't think you can really find these versions of the songs like anywhere else, so I'm really happy to have this one in my collection. Moving on, we have a really awesome Indigo Girls album. It is Swampophilia, which I showed in my vinyl tag video, and it is on this really awesome green vinyl, and the label is signed on it. So I'll pull it out here. It is signed by Amy and Emily, and I don't know if you can really see it from the picture, but Emily like drew a little stick figure by her autograph, which is really cool. Now Amy's signature has like a guitar, but it's just really cool. It's really early pressing. Like, obviously it's like an original. It's from the 90s, so like records from the 90s are already like kind of scarce anyway. And this one's just really cool because it's signed in on green vinyl. So yeah, Indigo Girls Swampophilia. Got this one. My dad got it for me for Christmas. Got it on Discogs, and it was actually a really good price. I like told him like, hey Dad, do you want, because he always asks for Christmas ideas, so I told him this one and I got it, so I'm really happy about that. Moving on, we have Poseidon and the Bitterbugs from the Indigo Girls. Definitely a huge step in time. This is a little bit more recent. I think it's from 2010, and my roommate got me this for Christmas. So Julia, if you're watching, thank you. Like that album quite a bit. Then we have One Lost Day by the Indigo Girls. Yeah, just no real special story to go with it, but just had to keep getting all the Indigo Girls releases, so I picked up this one. Then we have the Indigo Girls University of Colorado Symphony Orchestra album. This is a signed version, but it is just on the black vinyl. They do have a release of this on translucent blue vinyl, but I settled for this. It was the only thing on their website, and it is signed, which is really cool. So yeah, Indigo Girls Symphony Orchestra Live album. Then the last part of my Indigo Girls collection, for now, there's still some stuff I don't have and love to add in this coming year, is Look Long, which came out in 2020. It is a great album. This was the second ever Indigo Girls album I listened to, because the first one I listened to was Rites of Passage, and then I listened to this one. So yeah, really good album, and I have the Barnes & Noble version, which came with this autographed set list. So yeah, it's kind of cool. But that is my Indigo Girls collection, so let's just keep trekking on through my collection. Up next, we have this absolutely like masterpiece of an album. It is Jason Isbell's Southeastern. I actually picked this up when I picked up the Magnolia album by Randy Houser, just because I've always like really liked this album. The Jason Isbell songwriting is just amazing, and this is probably definitely one of his best albums, if not his best. Definitely very critically acclaimed, really good. And yeah, I definitely want to pick up some more Jason Isbell this year, and kind of listen to some more of his music. But yeah, Jason Isbell's Southeastern. Up next, we have Elton John's Captain Fantastic and the Brown Dirt Cowboy. I got this one in Cincinnati as well. I think it was really cheap. It was in really good shape. It had all the posters. I think it was like $4 or $5, maybe $6. But yeah, for the price, I thought it was pretty good. Pretty good pickup. So, Elton John's Captain Fantastic and the Brown Dirt Cowboy. Up next, this is definitely different. This is just showing like my taste is. Honestly, I'll listen to anything. I'll at least give it a chance. So, anyways, we have American Teen by Khalid. I listened to this song quite a bit in high school, and I picked it up this past year at Target. It was on blue vinyl. I don't know. It's definitely like doesn't really fit with a lot of my other stuff, but I really love this album. I like the songs, and yeah, Khalid's American Teen. Then we have an album by Miranda Lambert. It's The Weight of These Wings. This is another one that I got back in high school that I've had for a while. So yeah, I love Miranda Lambert. Definitely like one of my favorite country singers. And I definitely want to get a few more of her releases. Like her most recent release, Wild Card. Definitely want to pick that one up on vinyl, and also Platinum would be cool. I think those might be the only ones that are pressed to vinyl right now, but definitely want to pick up some more Miranda Lambert this year as well. Alright, moving on, we have 3 by the Lumineers. I got this one for Christmas as well, and it is pressed on this gold vinyl. It is, I think it's the Barnes & Noble exclusive, so Lumineers 3. Continuing with an absolute classic, we have Blue by Joni Mitchell. I mean, what has not been said about this album? Joni's songwriting for me is what does it. To be honest, her voice was a bit of an acquired taste for me, but every time I put this on, I find some new lyrics, or it just hits me a different way, and I fall more and more in love with it. Such an amazing album, you know, I can't say enough good things about this, and honestly, Joni Mitchell in general. I definitely need to dive deeper into her catalog. I've kind of hit the surface. I've listened to a couple albums, but anyways, Blue by Joni Mitchell. Then we have another Joni album. It is Hejira, which, to be honest, I think I might like more than Blue. I just love the place it takes you, like the very like travel-y kind of like narrative. Like it definitely like takes you on a journey when you listen to it. Really love this album. I picked this one up in Cedar Rapids, Iowa, which is my hometown, at a local record store downtown. It was a really good price. It was really clean. But yeah, such a good album. Honestly, for me anyway, I think I almost like it more than Blue. But they're definitely really close. I really like Blue too, but this one, really good. Then we have a very colorful album. We have Mount Joy's self-titled Mount Joy. And I actually found them through a Lumineers concert. They were one of the opening acts and really liked their sound. So I decided to pick up this album and give it a full listen, and I really like this song Astrovan. If you're gonna start, I think that's a good one. Sheep is also a really good song on here. But yeah, Mount Joy, pretty good album, and really happy to have it in my collection. If not for the music, just for this cover, because it's definitely something else, probably the most wild and colorful album cover in my collection for sure. Mount Joy. Up next, we have my Amy Ray collection, Amy Ray being half of the Indigo Girls. This is her solo stuff. So up first we have Didn't It Feel Kinder, which is kind of hard to find. I got this one on Discogs. I was lucky. It was the only one up, and I got it for a really good price. So Didn't It Feel Kinder by Amy Ray. Then we have Amy Going Country, Goodnight Tender. Lots of songs about dogs on this album. It's just a very country album. I love country music, so generally, you know, naturally would really love this album too. So Goodnight Tender by Amy Ray. And then we have her most recent solo release being Holler, which is one of my favorite albums, probably my second favorite Amy Ray album. My first is probably Prom, which sadly does not have a vinyl press. But anyways, Holler by Amy Ray, really good album. Definitely go check it out. I really love the song Holler, the self-titled. It's probably my favorite. Jesus Was a Walking Man was a really good song on here too. But definitely, like, out of a lot of the albums I'm showing you, I definitely recommend going and checking this one out. It's really good. But I wish she would press Prom and Stag to vinyl. And then I just need to get to Lung of Love, and then I'll have all of her stuff on vinyl. So anyways, that is my little Amy Ray collection. Alright, we are at my last stack here of 12-inch records before I get in just to kind of some odds and ends type of stuff. But as I said, my collection isn't huge right now, but you know, it'll grow with time, and I'm happy with it. It's all music that I really enjoy, and I think that's all that really matters. So up next we have the Secret Sisters' Saturn Return, which is their most recent album and is up for a few Grammys this year, actually. I'm wearing my Secret Sister shirt. This album is produced by Brandi Carlile, and that is how I found it. It has this little poster thing in the front. It's not the actual cover, but it's signed by Brandi, the producer, and then the two sisters. And this is a really good album. I love harmonies, as you can probably tell. We have the Indigo Girls, amazing harmonies. Brandi Carlile, amazing harmonies. So yeah, Secret Sisters. Love them, found them through Brandi, and really happy I did. Then we have Ed Sheeran's Divide, which is the only record in my collection right now that is not open. I got it for Christmas, I just haven't had a chance to put it down and spin it yet. I got this one for my sister for Christmas as well. And yeah, it's probably the Ed Sheeran album I've listened to the most. I love Ed Sheeran. I went to a concert of his back in high school. And yeah, not much else to say about it, but Divide by Ed Sheeran. Then we have a few country albums. We have Loaded, the best of Blake Shelton, which is one of those records I got back in high school before I started seriously collecting. Got it from my mom, and yeah, just a Blake Shelton greatest hits album, and love me some Blake Shelton and country music, so can't go wrong here. And then we have a throwback country album. We have Tanya Tucker's Delta Dawn. Obviously, like, I'm sure you've heard of the song Delta Dawn. But yeah, I found this one back, way back in high school as well, and I found this one at like Goodwill or Stuff Etc., and it was 99 cents. And it's in amazing condition, and super happy to have it, because love me some Tanya Tucker. Then we have some more country. We have Ricky Skaggs. This one is Waiting for the Sun to Shine, which I just picked it up because I was looking for country. It was in really good condition. Yeah, not much else to say about it. I think it was like $1 or $2 at Goodwill. So, Ricky Skaggs. And then finally, last but not least, we have Ira Wolf, The Closest Thing to Home. This is a great album. My roommate Julia showed me this my freshman year of high school, and it's so, so good. She's like singer-songwriter, folk, an independent artist, and this is a great, great record. It is signed. Reached out to her on Instagram and bought a signed copy from her. So yeah, that pretty much wraps up all of my 12-inch records. Alright, now we just have a few odds and ends to kind of wrap things up. So I have this box set. Again, got this one in high school, because in high school I think all I listened to pretty much was country music. I listened to some pop, back when pop was a little more tolerable, in my opinion, but yeah, pretty much country for me. So I picked up this box set, which, like, when I bought it, like, looked like it had virtually never been played. But it was weird because, like, the Cash Family record was missing in it. It had 2 of one of the other ones, which was strange, but I think, yeah, still the price tag. It was $3, so I can't complain. For $3, all these records, tons of music there. And then I just have a couple of singles here. We have Closer to Find by the Indigo Girls. If you've never heard of the Indigo Girls, go listen to them right now. Listen to this song, Closer to Find. You might know it. But yeah, Indigo Girls, definitely be a good starting place into them. And then we have this, which I picked up this summer. It is a Taylor Swift single. I found it at Walmart. It was like $5. It's really weird. Yeah, it's Picture to Burn. And it is like, it's like weird. It's hand numbered down here. This is $7.95 out of 4,000. But it was $5 at Walmart, so I picked it up. Probably will never open it, and maybe it'll be worth something someday. But I really love old Taylor Swift. Me and my sister really jammed to her back in the day. Definitely her early stuff. I didn't really like when she went pop, but I really do like her new stuff that she released in 2020, Folklore and Evermore. Haven't really listened to Evermore much yet, but I really liked Folklore, so Taylor Swift single. And that pretty much wraps it up. That's my collection. I know it's not huge, but I'm proud of it. I enjoy it, and I have a lot of fun with it. So I look forward to seeing, you know, how my collection can grow. I'd love to hear your thoughts on my collection. Was there something in my collection that you really liked that you have in your collection? Was there something you saw that kind of piqued your interest and you're going to go check it out? And then, Give me some recommendations for music. I'm always open to listening to new stuff and finding new artists, discovering new things. I think that's really fun, and part of the reason why I made this channel is to discover new music and broaden my horizons a little bit. So yeah, of course, throw out some suggestions and I'd love to go look them up. And then I'd also love it if you listen to any of these albums. If something like just looked interesting from the cover and you wanted to listen to it, let me know what you thought down in the comments. I'd love to chat with you down there. But anyways, that about does it. This is my collection. That's all I got for you today. So make sure that you hit that subscribe button, like this video. And anyways, peace out.